All right. Good morning. It is Tuesday at 5:40 a.m. here in Bangkok. That would be 3:40 in California and 6:40 in the evening in New York, New York. It is the Asia session. Let's get to the charts. Okay, here's our 5-minute chart. And what do we see? Let's draw a line here so we can see where we started today. We started here. That's the end of the last session. All right, so we had a strong candle coming down, came back up and down, and we're just kind of trending down. So what we're looking for is some kind of a compression zone, something that would look more like this. Yeah. And as you can see, we're just going like that. So that's what we're looking for. And we're not seeing it yet, but the session is just underway. So we've got another full 2 hours to go. I'm sitting here drinking my coffee out of my Starbucks Reserve cup. There aren't too many Starbucks Reserves around, but the first one I went to was in Chicago, and it was a great time with my daughter and her fiance, and we had some coffee, and they got all kinds of stuff there, and just had a good memory about it. And then here in Bangkok, just down the street at a place called M-Sphere, big shopping mall with lots of food and shops and high-end retail, they have a reserve, and I went and bought a cup there. Okay, so if you're new here, I do this once a week, live trading call video, and whether I make money, I lose money, I'm going to show you exactly what happens today, being Tuesday, the Tuesday session. So if you're new here and you don't really know, well, what are we trading and how do you make money and all of that, okay, let's talk about why I trade the ES futures. So these are contracts that you can buy and sell, or you can sell and buy. You can go long, you can go short. Why ES? Easy to start, requires little startup capital. Price action isn't too volatile, and it's extremely liquid, meaning you could become really good at trading one contract. You can even trade what are called micro ES, MES, which is 1/10 of a contract. And you can go up, up, up. You can trade tens of contracts to hundreds of contracts. Why do I trade the Asia session? So the Asia session is the session that starts now. Started at 5 a.m. here. So it would have started at 3 p.m. in California, 6 p.m. In New York. It's less rocky. I had a mentor, and he said, and he had a whole shop of traders, and most of the 90%, he said, lost money in the first hour of the New York session. And I really took that to heart. And I tried the New York session, and it is very volatile. And you can hit it, but your win rate's pretty good. Anyway, I decided I wanted something a little more less extreme, and something I could master, and something that not most people look to do. So that's why I do the Asia session. Now, if you don't understand how the contracts work, it's all based on points, So let's go back to here, and you can see over here, these are what are called points, all right? And right now we're trading at 7,556.25. So the points are broken into quarters, and those quarters are called ticks, okay? Yeah. So our job is to extract points out of the market. So let's say you buy something at 100 and you sell it at 104, you just made 4 points. Okay, 4 points. So that's 4 points right here. If you had 2 contracts, those 4 points would equal $400. Okay, that would be your profit, and then you have to subtract commissions, which are pretty minimal. I trade with NinjaTrader, and yeah, so you can research ninjatrader.com Just do a search for Ninja Trader and you'll see what they're all about. And if you did those 4 points with 10 contracts, that would have paid you 2,000. So that's how the points work. So what are we seeing now? Well, look at this. Maybe we have something here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5. In my system, we need 5 candles to make a compression zone. So it's possible this could pop up here. And there are lots of rules about what makes a valid compression zone and when do I execute. And I'll cover that once we get to a point where I'm about to execute. So we'll stop right there. I'll be back when there's some action. Try and keep these videos under 15 minutes. So I'll only pop in if there's really something happening. And then if I can teach you something about what I'm doing, I'll certainly do that. Okay, looks like we've got what we want here. Strong break. We got 5 candles. We went down. We came back up, tested the top. Second side, broke through. Third side. And we're continuing short. See the market right now is down 9.5. So we're going to sell stop market.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Now if we pull back a little bit more.
Order submitted.
Okay, we're in it to win it. Let's see what happens here. Now you notice I show points here. I don't show dollars because you may have 2 contracts, 10 contracts, 20 contracts. Performance is measured by points. So that's what we're interested in. Let's get our 4 points, which is right here. And then from there, yeah, we look for our next target. So at this point, it's hands off. We are hands off. We let the market do what it's going to do. It's a game of probabilities. There's nothing else we can do. We executed the best we could. We got kind of a crap fill. Would have been better to be right here. But we got a 1/4 point bump. Yeah. So this was yesterday's low. So we would love for it to break through yesterday's low here. Now we could be in this trade for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or half an hour. Just depends what the market does. Our stop is up here at 4 points. Our first take profit is here. Okay, we sell half our contracts here. We're just trading 2 at this point, and I got 2 accounts going. Okay, so I'll come back when there's something to show you. Just checking in here. It's been about 10 minutes. We're still around 1. We got down to 2. There's a battle going on here at this line. So we just got to be patient. Just watch it do its thing. We did our job. We executed flawlessly. And that's all we can do. And what happens after this is up to the market gods. They don't give a rat's ass about what I want to have happen. Okay. Oh, we just got down to 3 points. Close to 4. Okay. Well, how about that? We got to watch that together. Okay, so what just happened there is we got to 4 points. That triggered sell half and moved my stop loss to here, which is break even +1. And I do the +1 tick to cover my commissions. So now the bet is, we wanted to go, instead of going 4 points this way, we wanted to go 4 points this way and get to 8. 8 is the next big target. Because once it hits 8, this is going to move to 4. And I've locked in 4 points. Right now we have 2 points locked in if we were to get stopped out. So we're at 4.5. We broke through yesterday's low, which is great. People are going to see that big candle. Some people are going to sell their stuff here. So there'll be a little pause, and then ideally it resumes. So that was great. You got to see that ATM work in action. So, okay, another 5 minutes passed by. We got a little bit of a pause here, a little bit of a pullback, catching its breath. Ideally, it comes up and it bumps up against yesterday's low and then resumes. We shall see. Now, some of you may say, well, how come I use TradingView and NinjaTrader? The cool thing about TradingView, and I'm going to show that to you now, is it's got this really cool feature where you can set up your trade like this. You can actually trade through TradingView with NinjaTrader and Tradeovate, but I don't do that. But you can set up this, this is your stop area and this is your target. So we got a 12-point target. We have a 4-point stop. Of course, now our stop is set right about here. I can move this down, let's see, to 50, yeah. Right there. That's our stop. So right now we're at 3.5 points in the green. And we're looking for it to continue down. So it's either going to come up and stop us out or continue short. And that's what we're looking for. The market's currently down 14 points. So that's good news. Okay, now we're at 4.5 points. So our immediate target here is 8. That'll move the stop to 4 points. And then from 8, we want it to go to 12 rather than reverse back to 4. So we can easily bounce back and forth between these two screens. So here we are at 5, 5. Okay, so we just made a new low. That's good. 5.5, so 2.5 points away from 8. That would be great. So this is the part of trading that's not boring, but it can be a little stressful because we all want to make money, right? But the more you do this, you got to just take solace in the fact that you executed the trade. And if your system is any good, most of the time that's going to work for you. Sure, you'll have drawdowns occasionally on trades and on days, but on the overall, all right, we're at 6 now. Let's see if we can get a push. Push. There's 6. Like it wants 6.25. Okay. Okay, I'll be back. Let's let the market do its thing. I'm just checking in. So we got all the way down here to 6, and now we're pulling back. We got all the way up to here, but we bounced off yesterday's low and are now resuming. There we go. There we go. Okay. Well, let's go. Let's go to 8. Let's keep it going. How much time we got left? We got 25 seconds on this particular candle. Let's go. Again, we want to get to 8. So let's see, where's 8? Okay, we're at right here, 5250 minus 8, 6450. No, wait, right, that's not right. We're at 6.5, let's go. 40, 44, 50. Right there, that's our target, that's our immediate target. Right. Okay. We can watch this together, see if we can get one more point out of this baby and lock in 4 solid points net. 7. 7 1/4. Damn it. Damn it. They say trading's so exciting, but this is what you do. You just kind of watch. You're either observing, looking for a setup, or you're in a trade and there's nothing to do. I guess if you really have to be active, you could become a scalper, but not exactly my style. All right. It's like watching paint dry. So I'll be back when we hit it or we don't. Okay, well, we got stopped out. We got to 8 and then it bounced back to 4. So we got 4 points net, 4 points on the day. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so I took some stuff you take for allergies, so my nose wouldn't be running while I was trading, and I knew I had to make this video, but I'm calling it a day. So what else can I share with you guys? Oh, so the idea behind my system is, let's go back up to here. Okay, so we had this compression zone right here, right? To be a valid compression zone when it's continuing, you got to hit 3 sides. So we went down 1, up 1, down 1. That's 3. All right. So this was an ideal setup. And then we enter right here. Now I got triggered right here. I got a couple points, half a point. First I got in right there. No, I got in right there at 5. Yeah, so I was half a point off. But that's just how the candle moved. In terms of my execution, I was did exactly what I was supposed to do. So the idea behind compression, I wanted to show you this graphic, is when you push a balloon underwater, right, it gets pressure built upon it, right? Pressure builds, and then it releases. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're getting a piece of that release, okay? So going back to the screen here, so this is the compression here. The longer this goes, okay, in my system, it's a minimum of 5 candles. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we had that, we had the 3 sides, and then it broke strong and clear. This is what we call the signal candle. And this was the action candle that resumed the momentum. And then it just went from there. So that's it. That's the fundamental philosophy behind my system. Is the market coils, it compresses, pressure builds. The more pressure, the better. Then it releases, and there's a little pause usually, and then it continues. And that's exactly what we saw here today, where we got in right here. It came down, it paused a little bit here, and then it resumed, and it hit our 8, which moved us to a 4-point win for the day. Okay, so that's it. Wait, I've got, I didn't show you guys, patience pays. Trading is a lot of sitting on your hands as much as you can. Don't have any FOMO. And Yahoo for us, we got 4 points today. 4 points today. So that's it for today's session. Hope you enjoyed this. I'll do another one next week. I do it once a week. If you're interested in learning more about this, go to daytraderdojo.com, sign up for the free newsletter, and you'll have access to a free 10-part video course on my system. It's about 100 minutes of video. It's free. You just sign up for the newsletter you get on Sundays, and then you'll also get a reminder that this video came out. Premium members, they get a daily market analysis, they get a daily chart review, and they get a end of the week review of all the day's trades, plus we look at a spreadsheet to see how we did for the week. So plus there's another course called the Implementation Course that comes with it as well. But just start with, sign up for the free newsletter and just start to learn about trading. You'll learn a lot about trading in that first course, and you'll learn a lot about the compression zone momentum break system that I'm doing. All right, that's it for today. Thanks so much. See you next time.